Here we go with Unit 8. I can't believe we're here. And I am proud of you guys. I know I sent out that remind yesterday. I don't know if you got it.
That remind made me smile.
I just hope that it did make you smile because you guys have been crushing it. You guys have literally been crushing it. I'm excited for the quadruple batch of Kraft mac and cheese.
I'm down.
Because Kraft mac and cheese is the best. Like I know some people say they can make decent homemade mac and cheese.
So the test is a week from Monday.
Correct. Yes. And then that Monday, I will see you in class if you're not in an AP test. We're just going to be hanging out and not talking about chemistry.
All I'm going to be able to think about is going to
I know. Also,
she showed me.
also,
No, that's so easy though.
next Monday, a week from Monday, the day of the AP test, you need to let your coaches know you will be late to class or to practice. You probably will not get out of the AP test till like 3:30. So let them know.
Well, imagine showing up to practice after 2 AP tests.
I know.
I have a game.
I don't have to imagine.
So, is it home?
We don't even know.
Okay. I'm just letting you know to let your coaches know. You probably won't be done till 3:30
Right, next week we have,
because it always goes later than you think.
the week after that.
Cool? Okay. Okay, here we go. Unit 8. Let's roll. The blank measures the acidity of a compound. Oh, wait. Bronson laureate, acids or bases donated a proton. Acids. Acids donated a proton. H plus or H3O plus in solution. Same thing. While acids or bases accept that proton. The pH measures the acidity of the compound. What pH range indicates an acid? 0 to 7. And a base is going to be 7 to 14. Neutral is 7. What is it?
It's like fluoroantimonic acid. It's like negative 20.
Wow.
That's not a strong
But
one.
doesn't it depend on concentration, like primary scale?
No, but like,
Not when you get to know.
with concentration.
Yeah.
What if I just like logged in and had like 300 molar, like,
What's talked about all concentrations are equal.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
they're the same molar concentration. Sorry, that was very random.
Okay. Water plus water. If we're going to draw this, it's going to give me OH. So here's OH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus. Right? OH minus. Plus, what else? Hydronium. What am I going to have to add to this water? Lone pair. So, that is water with water. In pure water, Kw equals 1 times 10 to the -14, 25 degrees Celsius. Based on the K value, what do you know about relative concentration of products versus reactants? K is very, very what? K is small. So, very little what? Products. Very little products. When you are drinking your water out of your Stanley, all right? I'm mostly drinking H2O. Could I be drinking a tiny bit of hydronium and OH? Maybe, but barely. Would that hurt me? No, it wouldn't hurt you. What's the difference between pH and POH?
Concentration of H plus and concentration of
pH,
negative log of concentration.
right, so pH is going to be your percent hydronium, right? Kind of like your percent hydronium / hydrogen. And POH is going to be like your percent hydroxide. And remember that this is logarithmic. And it's also based off of a solution. Flip the page when you're ready. Had Oreos for breakfast, fun breakfast Friday. So, I don't know what's for dinner. And we might be doing breakfast for dinner tonight. On the Blackstone breakfast for dinner.
second breakfast?
Well, I had Oreos for breakfast today. So, I actually prefer breakfast for dinner rather than breakfast for breakfast. Breakfast for breakfast feels heavy to me a lot of the times.
I like dinner food for breakfast. I eat leftovers for breakfast.
Yes. I'm in for that. I'm in for that.
Because like I feel like breakfast, if you're trying to eat something in the
I agree. Toss me a piece of pizza in the microwave.
It's at most breakfast menus is like super sweet.
Yeah.
Sugary, you're probably gonna crash.
Sometimes it's just like, I can wait until later.
Yeah, that works. That works. How many days do you guys have left, seniors? 10?
Yeah.
What? That's wild.
10 days ago.
Seniors.
Isn't it just next week and the week after? Is that right?
How many days in 10 days?
Yeah, that's 10 school days.
It's 19 days.
But I think it's only 10 school days.
19 days.
That would be a lot of it.
Only a 4.
Maybe it's 10. What was your last day? Wednesday? What's your last day? So you have 12 days of school left. Dang. Oh, also, I just remembered this. The week of the AP test, we're tie-dyeing.
Oh, yay!
So, does anybody have a test on Tuesday? Stats? What about Wednesday?
No.
I don't know.
Do you have an AP test Wednesday?
Probably. I mean, I have like 4 of them.
AP Lit? Do you have a test Tuesday? Okay. So either Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day you're here, we'll be tie-dyeing. One of those days. So remember what you have to bring in for that. 100% cotton something, usually t-shirt, or socks, or whatever you want to do. You can do multiple things. Pre-rinsed in just like Dawn dish soap, right? And then you can...
Real excitement.
do not know what's going on over. I think it's like celebration the biology test is over. Maybe, I don't know. Pre-rinse in dish soap in a gallon Ziploc bag. So make sure you are thinking about that for not next week, but the week of the AP test. So the 2 days after the AP test, if you're here, whichever one of those days will be tie-dye. And if you don't bring multiple things, do it. Socks. I've seen people do socks. I've seen people do hoodies. It soaks up a lot of moisture. T-shirts. What else have I seen work?
Fuck it.
Jeans? Are jeans cotton?
What?
No, those are denim. Sweatpants.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If you can find 100% cotton.
Yeah.
And if it's not, try it. Maybe it'll work. I don't know.
Walk out there.
Okay. In a basic solution at 20, we're definitely not going to finish this. Yeah, this is definitely going to go into Monday. That's fine. In a basic, yes.
Is it going to be a video or?
Well, I think what I was going to do was I'll do part 1, part 2. So I'll release part 2 later today. I'll release part 1 for their class. And then Monday, I bet it will take, I'll do like 10 minutes in each class to finish it. So 2 little short videos. And did you guys hear Maggie wanted me to release the Ed Puzzles this weekend? I'm going to do that. I can do that.
We're doing Ed Puzzle.
Okay. They're not bad. And it's pretty good review. And that guy's not that bad. Like he's decent.
He talks so slowly and he can't speed the videos up.
I know.
Yeah, that's the only.
H0 plus will be greater than, less than, or equal to OH if it's basic. Less than. KW will be greater than, less than, or equal to 1, 10 to the negative 14th. Still equal to. In an acidic solution, H3O will be greater than, and KW will still be equal to 1 to the negative 14th. You're studying a solution at 25 degrees Celsius. The concentration of hydroxide is 3.2. What is the concentration of hydronium? So remember, KW equals concentration of H3O plus times the concentration of OH minus, right? So 1.0 times 10 to the negative 14th equals X times 3.2 times 10 to the negative 4th, right? Yes? So, nope, you can write H2O plus or just H plus.
Can you swap with me?
Solve for X, what do you get?
I need a charge. I lost my charger. I know.
You can't get them on Amazon?
You can.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can't like go into the store and just like, okay. I
Yeah,
don't remember.
3.125 times 10 to the negative 1.
Yep, 3.1 times 10 to the negative 11th molar. So that means that my concentration of H plus is less than the concentration of OH minus. Therefore, the solution is what? Yes. The solution is basic. Solution is basic. What's the pH of a 1.75 molar of NaOH? Why do I like this problem? Strong base, which means I can take an immediate, take a P. So negative log of 1.75 molar. Why does that work? Because all of the OH goes to the OH minus because it completely dissociates. Negative log of 1.75. Does this give you a negative? Negative what? Negative 0.24. But it's asking for the POH. I'm sorry, it's asking for the pH. So that means it's going to be pH plus POH equals 14. So therefore, your pH is going to equal 14.24.
That's really basic.
Yeah. Flip the page. What's the pH of a solution that contains 0.43 grams of lithium hydroxide dissolved in 750 milliliters of water? What's the hydronium ion concentration? First thing, let's go to moles. So I'm going to take my 0.43 grams of LiOH. LiOH is 23.94 grams of LiOH in 1 mole of LiOH. So that will give me moles of LiOH. What do you get? What'd you get for moles? Emily? 2. 1.8 times 10 to the negative second moles, right? Does that sound good? Divided by what? 0.75 liters. And what does that give you for your molar? .024 molar LiOH.
This is also strong base, correct?
Yes, which means I have 0.024 molar what?
Hydroxide.
OH minus, because it's 1 to 1. So, negative log of 0.024 equals what? .6. That's my what? POH. So pH is going to be 12.4. But they didn't ask me for pH, they asked me for the concentration. So what do I have to do?
Undo it.
Undo it. So what am I going to do?
10 to the negative.
10 to the negative 12.4. And what do you get for that?
It's the same.
I guess the same. No, that's for ln. You have to raise it to the negative because this is logarithmic. What do you get? 3.9. Was it 3.9 what? 8 times 10 to the negative 13th molar. Which makes sense because I'm not going to have very much hydronium concentration because this is a strong base. You're experimenting to see the effect of temperature on the pH of pure water. You notice that as you increase the temperature of the water, the pH decreases. Wait, yeah, decreases. You know why?
This says autoionization of water is endothermic, and so if you put in more heat, that puts it more to the right, so there's more H plus.
Water's endothermic, yes. You know that the H plus is always more than, less than, or the same as OH in pure water. Same in pure water. It's neutral. You also notice as the temperature increases, the Kw value increases. Therefore, Le-Chatelier's principle tells you that the autoionization of water is endothermic. So, with the Kw of a sample of pure water at 237 degrees Celsius is 1.7 times 10 to the negative 11th. What's the pH? So, first thing I would do is I would write out my Kw expression, right? So Kw equals concentration of H plus times the concentration of OH minus. Will I have any reactants on the bottom? No, because pure liquid, right? Yes? So that means that Kw essentially equals what? X squared. Kw equals x squared. And we know that 1.7 times 10 to the negative 11th equals x squared. Solve for x. So x equals, I got 4, someone check me, 4.12 times 10 to the negative 6 molar. Did you guys have that? What's the pH? Negative log of 4.12 times 10 to the negative 6. What does that give you? What do you get? 5.4.
Does that mean, on one of the videos that it said that water doesn't become acidic or basic as you increase the temperature, the neutral point just shifts? So does that...
It's water's just neutral at a different, right. It's weird. They're not going to ask you something that detailed about water on the AP test.
They don't, I'm just sacked.
Also, I just thought of something. Let's make sure we're good with this. If I have this electron configuration, what 2 electrons am I going to remove first? Thank you. Just making sure. We know we're removing the 4s2 first, yes?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's the
Highest level, outermost. Because I was looking back at last year's test, and this was the first question on the test. You had to write something like this out, and then which 2 would be removed first, and it was the weird exception one.
Would you just say the electrons in the 4s orbital? Is like
You're going to say 4s2, the 4s2 electrons, which means they won't do that on this year's test, but still. Okay.
Following that, does that mean we'll get something from like... Does it go with it?
No, but they're not going to ask the same weird exception 2 years in a row. Okay. Which type of arrow is used when writing the reaction for the dissociation of strong acid or a strong base? Straightforward or equilibrium? Straightforward. Why? It completely dissociates. There's not really an equilibrium. Strong acid, strong base. The equilibrium constant K of a strong acid base is greater than or less than 1? Greater than. Because I have a lot of what? Products. What's the pH and pOH of a 0.012 molar of sodium hydroxide? So negative log of 0.012, that will give me the what? pOH. What do you get for that?
$1.9.
1.9. So that is my pOH. Therefore, my pH has to be what? 12.1. 12.1. This next table is kind of annoying.
This is not an ice table.
No, this is just repetitive of what we've been doing. So I'm just going to throw the answers up here if you guys want to do this on your own later. It'll also be on the video.
I'm gonna make sure they're copied.
So this is literally what we've been doing the last 5 minutes. It's just a whole bunch. And those are also all strong acids, strong bases. The only thing weird is down here. For OH, I've got 2 OHs here, so we have to double it. Okay? Okay. Let's keep going. Acids react with water to produce what ions? Acids make what ions? Hydronium. Acids make hydronium. If an acid is weak, only a small portion will ionize. This means that the major species of equilibrium will be the undissociated ion. The equilibrium constant K of a weak acid is less than 1. Put these weak acids in order of strongest to weakest. These should all say Ka, Ka, Ka. So my strongest is which one? Why?
largest K value relative.
Largest Ka, which means it does the most what? Dissociating.
Still minuscule, but
The weakest is going to be HCN.
that, like cyan.
I think it's hydrocyanic acid because there's no oxygen. And the middle one is going to be H2CO3. Carbonic. Carbonate, 8 goes to ic. Carbonic. Most ionized. It's the same, right? HF, H2CO3, HCN. Use the following reaction to write out the Ka equation. So, on this one, Ka would equal concentration of H3O plus times the concentration of NO2 minus divided by what? Concentration of HNO2, which is what type of acid? Huh? It's a weak acid, but what is it? Nitrous acid. Why is water not part of it? That's a liquid. That's a liquid. What is the percent ionization? What is the percent ionization? Yes, a sulfurous acid if the concentration is this molar with a pH of 3.08. So remember, percent ionization is essentially equal to the dissociated divided by the undissociated times what? Yeah, times 100.
Still get the concentration of H plus from the pH of the weak acid, right?
Sure can. So I have a pH here. So the first thing I have to do is the negative log of what? Oh, I have a pH of 3.08. So I have to figure out my dissociated divided by my undissociated. Or I'm saying concentration of H plus, agreed? Divided by what? Concentration of,
Or just H. What is
what's it going to be on this, in this?
sulfite?
Sulfurous. So this is going to be divided by H2SO3. So I need the concentration of both of those. Yes?
Yes.
So to get my concentration of H plus, what am I going to do?
10 to the negative 3.0.
10 to the negative 3.08. So what do you get for that? Something small probably. Yep, 8.3 to the negative fourth. And how am I going to get my concentration of... Oh, this is the solution. It's 0.625, right?
They were nice to us.
They were nice. Because if they didn't give that to us, what would we have to do? Ice it. Which that'd be way too involved for an AP question. So it's going to be 8.32 times 10 to the negative fourth divided by 0.625 molar. This is making sense. Because usually percent ionization is a small number. Yes? Times 100. What do you get?
That 8.32 times 10 to the negative 4.
Yes. What'd you get? Jack is waiting for the answer.
0.0013.
Point what?
0013.
Point zero zero?
Did I get close?
Yeah, point multiply by 100.
You did
Multiply by 100.
0.13.
0.13%.
0.0013% is the same.
0.13%. Okay. Flip it. We're moving into weak acids, which means we're moving into ice tables.
I did. I did.
Okay. So I'm going to give you the R. Because you're not responsible for knowing what lactic acid is.
Rice spice.
Lactic acid is this. CH3.
That's wild.
You know what? Why even write it out? It's going to be La plus H2O, right? It doesn't matter, because what's that going to give me? H3O plus what? plus A minus. Yes? Is that essentially what we're doing? Okay. Do it. I'm going to pass out a couple things while you're doing that. Yep.
What's the chance that they just do with the iPad or
Have no idea. 7, unit 8, unit 9. Okay, 7, wait, unit 4 goes. The one-page reviews. Probably unit 3. Unit 8.
Oh wait, it's 3.08 again, which is amazing.
Unit 9.
The same. Okay, it's okay.
Unit 7. Unit 8. Because there's pictures. Why I like these, because something that I could never draw. Unit 9. You got it?
The 5% rule would be we're best friends.
Oh, I have to find the P.
Did they give us a? Oh, they gave me a PK. So I have to get the negative log of that to get the PK, right?
Oh, Mag, just finally updated the review videos.
Oh, I can't wait to start review.
Oh yeah, I literally started in the chapter 6 quizzes like what, a month ago? They're still on.
Oh, this should be. This has to be 10 to the 3.08, right?
Yeah.
To the negative 3.08? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did that right.
KA is small. Yes?
Yes.
So 8.3 times 10 to negative fourth equals x squared over 0.5. Right? Solve for x. What'd you guys get for your x? 2.0 times 10 to the negative second. Same thing. No. But that's not the pH. Negative log of 0.0. Is it 0.002?
Just 1 0.
0.02
1.7.
equals 1.7. Okay. Now do it for a base.
Wait, oh, is it like, are you talking about the next? Oh, yeah.
Next one.
Ammonia.
Ammonia is NH3.
Whoa.
They're made up, don't worry.
It is H3 plus, right?
We're gonna take away one.
On this one,
Okay,
what does a base want to do?
Operate.
That's a base?
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm cooked, bro. Let's go.
Jolly. There's no way you just let a Molina as a base?
How do you know? Well, first of all, they're asking for the KB, right?
No way, bro.
So this has to be a base.
I'm finished.
Find the KB.
Dad, what score are we getting on this exam?
Aubrey, is this produces hydronium, right?
That's right. I honestly think I'm gonna have the most fives I've ever had this year.
Have you had a 5 day?
Yeah.
I think I had 3 or 4 last year.
I know Aubrey.
Aubrey had a 5. Allison had a 5.
I'm about to get a 0 with this, bro. I'm about to spell my name.
I feel like they're playing,
rough ball.
well, grudge ball, which I created, then he called rough ball. But
Hey, bro, spill your whole floor.
I blocked out last year's chemistry class.
remember how I made the game up and you could erase other people's X's? That was so
Oh my
cutthroat.
gosh, they all targeted me.
I know.
Oh, yeah, it says Luke and
Oh, I see what we're supposed to
Bro, I
do.
was getting jumped the entirety of last year, bro. Like every game of grudge ball, my team just gets jumped by every other
we have the
team.
same class.
Yeah.
We were math and art. We had the same class last year. Oh yeah, because
Hey, Megan,
No,
what are
no,
these
you
things on
guys
this problem?
came
Megan, what's this? How much? What's the charge? What's the charge on this roller tag?
Run it back. They didn't share.
I feel like Ashton was.
Wait, I'm locked in. Where are we going?
Maybe say
Figured out that ammonia is a base.
talking about me.
No.
Yeah, it turns out OH has one less hydrogen than like.
You were in our chemistry
Like, isn't that
class,
crazy?
Yeah.
That's why Ashley was always
Okay,
called
6.31. That's
Oh yeah,
6.31.
that's right. Or double E.
I had 6.3 to the negative 4th molar. That's my concentration of OH minus,
I had 6.31.
Oh, oops. That's
right? Did you get 6.3 to the negative 4th molar for OH minus?
I was gonna find the H.
I had pH. I subtracted from 14 to get my POH.
I'm gonna find the H plus.
10 to negative 3.2 would be my concentration of OH minus.
I was about to find the concentration of H plus and then do 1.0 times 10 to the negative 14.
Could have done that too.
I did, but I got well, mine's 6.25.
Times 10 to negative 4th?
Yeah.
That's fine. It's a little, just rounding.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when you get 100 degrees Celsius, what would you do if it was 100 degrees Celsius?
I mean,
They would have to give us more information than that. They'd have to give us like a different take.
on this one, I guess my question is, why does it matter?
Yes, yeah.
It's not super important on this one. Like, the 25 only matters if you're going to be using, like, the KW. Yeah.
And
If not,
and they'll give you a different KW value for you.
yes.
Concentration of a hydrogen.
Because on this, I have 6.31 times the negative 4th, right? So if I write out my K, KB equals concentration of NH4 times the concentration of OH minus over concentration of NH3. Right? But OH is going to equal NH4 because that's X and X, yes? Agreed?
Yeah.
So that means KB equals 6.31 times the negative 4th, that number squared over what?
0.2.
0.2 minus a really small number. Do I even need to put that in there? No. Over 0.2. So KB, I got 2 times 10 to the negative 6. What'd you guys get? That. 2 times 10 to the negative 6.
That was a good way to second him from like.
Is Beyonce's album a country album or not? But did she say it's a country album?
I did not.
She did say it's a country album?
Everyone's mad at her because like she made a country album. She's literally like from Texas. Like.
I think it's awesome.
Have you heard the Drake reply to Kendrick?
Huh?
Yes.
The Drake reply to what?
Kendrick, like that, and then he made push-ups. No.
All right, flip it. Let's try to finish this page. Strong acid, strong base. Write the above reaction as a complete ionic equation.
Okay,
That's easy.
that's an H plus
H plus
plus OH.
Br minus plus K plus OH minus. Why is that all breaking up? Strong acid, strong base.
We don't need states, correct?
No. Makes K plus Br minus plus H2O. K, spectator. Br, spectator. And we know for a strong acid, strong base, it's always for the net ionic H plus OH minus yields H2O. If you mix 1 molar HBr and 1 molar KOH, what is the resulting pH? Yeah, how do you know?
Because they're both strong. There's a strong acid and a strong base.
Strong acid, strong base.
They're going to both completely react with each other.
They're both going to completely react,
The only thing left is going to be the spectator ions, and those aren't acidic or basic.
and it's a 1-to-1 ratio, right? So, strong acid plus strong base, both 1-to-1 molar ratio, right? So because those completely react, all that leaves me is water, and water has a pH of 7. Water has a pH of 7. We might finish this next period.
If it was like, question, if it was like HBr and strontium hydroxide, would that mean that it's
You would have to do math then,
okay?
because you'd have a 2, and that wouldn't be a 1-to-1. If 25 milliliters of 0.25 molar HCl is reacted with 25 milliliters of 0.5, oh, here we go. What's the pH of the resulting solution? So now I'm going to have to actually do math. How much do we have left? I feel like a lot. What we did, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. How much did we get through? 1, 2, 3. Oh, snap. All right, let's finish it. Let's finish this page. What's the pH of the resulting solution? Is it acidic, basic, or neutral?
You just want the amount of moles.
Well, first of all, I know it's going to be what?
It's going to be basic.
It's going to have to be basic. So,
It's because there's same volume but higher molarity.
same volume, higher molarity. But I have to figure out the pH. So, what are we going to have to do here? I'd figure out molar first. So, I have 0.2.
You just multiply the concentrations together.
Wouldn't it be 0.025?
I have 0.25 molar times how many liters? 0.025 liters. So how many moles of HCl does that give me? What? If I'm not rounding, 0.00625 moles of HCl, right? Yes? If I do the same for the other one,
Okay.
it's going to be double, right? So what's this doubled?
I don't know.
0.0125 moles of NaOH, right? Divided by what? Divided by 0.5 liters, because I have to add it up, divided by 0.5 liters. Because 0.25 plus 25,
50 should be 0.05.
you're right, by 0.05. Divided by 0.05 liters. So this ends up giving you 0.125 molar. This one gives you 0.250 molar. What's the pH? So I'm just going to take the negative log of that because it's a 1-to-1. So negative log of 0.125 equals 0.90. Yes.
Really is.
So pH plus POH equals 14. But 0.90, right? The 0.90 is really going to be my POH. So my pH is 13.1. Boom. pH is 13.1.
You have to subtract it from the,
Because you have to subtract it.
The 1.125 is